EastEnders spoilers, Bex Fowler to make life-changing decision after Shakil Kazemi's death. EastEnders residents are still feeling the repercussions of the horrific death of Shakil Kazemi, and now his girlfriend has decided to make some changes in her life. Bex Fowler, played by Jasmine Armfield, is still struggling to deal with the tragic loss of her boyfriend Shaheen Jafargholi, earlier this year in EastEnders. It will all come to a head in upcoming scenes when Bex finally decides to drop out of sixth form as it reminds her of her late boyfriend. But this news isn't taken very well when she tells her mother, Sonia Fowler, Natalie Cassidy. Worried for her future, Sonia ends up trying to convince Bex to transfer schools instead, but the suggestion isn't taken very well. Sonia later went to break the news to Bex's teachers, but is distraught when she is told Bex is on track to attend a top university. This spurs Sonia on even further to try and convince Bex to stay in school, but her requests are met with arguments. Sidelining Bex's request once again, Sonia decides to begin looking for a private tutor for her daughter, and even puts her car up for sale to fund the idea. But when Bex arrives home to see Sonia discussing her education with the head of her sixth form, she loses control and ends up breaking down about Shakil. Upset by how her daughter has reacted, Sonia realizes she has made a mistake, and begins attempting to make amends with her. After all she has put her daughter through in the past few days, she tries her very best to make amends. And it seems she finally gets through to her, as Bex eventually agrees to discuss her future education with her teacher. However, it may not all be as it seems, as Bex soon begins showing signs of uncertainty, and quickly starts looking for advice elsewhere. With nowhere to turn, Bex finds herself looking to Shakil Kazemi, Bonnie Langford, Shakil's mother, for help. The pair have a long discussion, and Bex eventually make a big decision about her life. Viewers will have to wait and see what the enormous decision is, but could it see her stepping away from the square for a time? Alternatively, could she take another route and attempt to stamp out knife crime, in a similar way to Shakil? Meanwhile, on last night's episode of EastEnders Kellam Halfway Highway, Tony Clay revealed Stuart, Ricky Champ, may have shot himself. Emotionally revealing the truth to Mick Carter, Danny Dyer, he said, "Mick, he said something else. Stuart. He said something else. I asked him who shot you. He said, me. He said, me, and then he smiled and then he said, me best mate Mick Carter."